Coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills.
From the home of the Mariners since 1999, we're inside. At the plate, Charles Chadwick. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Popped him up. Gonzalez over to his left. 1 out. Stepping in, Edgar Navarro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, they've come in losers of 7 of their last 10 games, but did earn the victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they started this road trip off right. Yesterday, there was one common theme. There was great starting pitching. Guy went out and absolutely executed. Hopefully he passes the baton to this guy today, and he goes out and follows suit.
Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Heading out towards shallow right. In there, a base hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hitting.
Into the box now, Brian Ferrioli. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. Navarro, a runner at second with 1 away. There's ball 4. Lifted into center field. Trout has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
No runner, no runner.
Here's Jock Peterson now. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. And he will get there. Ready now, Roberto Hernandez. And he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him. 1-0 the count. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
The 2-1 home. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So the base hit puts the first man aboard to start the inning for the Mariners.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Hernandez aboard here at first with nobody out. Looks like he swung it under.
Him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And we have to focus on one of the best players in all of our sport. Mike Trout, center fielder. Just as fun to watch him play defense as it is to watch him hit. This guy gets after it with his hair on fire. It's like watching a middle linebacker play center field.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. 8, and unfortunately, that one stayed inside.
They'll try again, 1-2. And he struck him out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
2-0.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Okay.
Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. And he'll step off. Bottom of the second here with no score.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Simmons is there for it. And the inning is over. 1 left for Seattle. We'll move to the third with no score. Digging in, Charles Chadwick.
For the Mariners, designated hitter, Charles Chadwick.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1.
Nope.
2-0 now. The 2-0. He's a heater in there for a strike.
Count is 2-1.
Up.
Popped him up. Villanueva in foul ground. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now in the box, Edgar Navarro. He singled his last time up. Hit the other way out toward right field. Cheney has a beat on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Ready for another chance, Brian Ferrioli. He drew a walk his first time up. A ball and no strikes.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
No contact there, and it's 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Trout. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan Healy, set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. And a fastball just a bit up. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Digging in, Jock Peterson. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. No balls and 1 strike.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. Harper finds it, and he makes the throw to first. Peterson is retired, 2 down now. Now at the plate, Roberto Hernandez. He reached on a single in his first try. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And this is high, a ball and a strike.
1-1.
1-2. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And Simmons will make the play here to retire the side. Next for Seattle, Cameron Perkins. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
And the changeup is way low that time. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Trout. One down. Digging in for his second at-bat, Andreas Zamora comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Kyle will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Striding into the box, Carlton Keenan. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hey, he's close to having another quick inning right there with 2 quick outs. He's been very economical with his pitches, and if he continues to go like this, the bullpen might get a day off.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. 3-1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Line towards center field, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that next will be the designated hitter, Charles Chadwick, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Count now, a ball and a strike. And it's 1-2.
Clearly wasn't ready for the fastball because it was pretty much center cut and he couldn't pull the trigger. Might have been looking for another curve.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Cheney moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a knee-high fastball. And that one stayed too low, apparently. So 1-1. He's in there for strike number 2. This is line to left, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. The 2-2. Hard down the first baseline. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Man, the Mariners have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game long. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. Digging in once again, Jock Peterson. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him. Ripped on the ground to first. To second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that. Striding in once again, Roberto Hernandez. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Pulled toward right center field. Cheney is in pursuit. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Ready once again, Cameron Perkins. He struck out and flied out. 0-for-2 so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
2-2 now. Two-two pitch is a fastball high, so it runs full. 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Count still full. 3-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Ready for another shot now, Andreas Zamora. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Cut it. Hold on to it.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice.
And he gets ahead 0-1. His next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Zamora leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. 2-1.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but
well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Mauricio Cabrera is on to pitch. A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. The Mariners
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
Now from the home of the... Stepping up to the plate, Jorge Velasquez. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. In now, Chris Huerta. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
It's a little bit different, Matty. They're not going to drive the ball out of the ballpark. They are dead last in home runs. Usually a bad sign. But they can score in a variety of different ways. They got guys with great approaches, and they try and move and manufacture runs as well as they can. Be on the lookout for the little things there.
A shot down the first baseline. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
I love a well-executed. You leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Francisco Lindor is the second out of the opening frame. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
Well, clearly this guy doesn't need many warm-up pitches because he's 98 miles an hour in the first inning.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over.
Drew Robinson the next to dig in. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. And that's in there for a strike.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Two and two.
Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to live up there, spinning it up top of the zone, he's going to get hurt.
Hit out towards second. Gonzalez in the hole. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Popped him up. Harper moving to his left. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Standing in, Richard Rios, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Now the bunt attempt hits him here, but they're going to say he offered at it, and that's the first strike. Curveball just about rung him up, but it's to 2-2.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Luis Torrens would be next, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So on a full count pitch, he's able to get on base and keep the inning going.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone, grab your glove and flash some leather.
Luis Torrens is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 home. Taken, strike 2.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
Jorge Velasquez would be next. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll get down for a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Nice approach by the batter right there. When you know your boy is moving, you start seeing stuff happening out of your peripheral vision. Wait for him to lock in, stay within his at-bat, not swing at something outside the zone, and now put it first and third.
2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit.
And the throw is in time to get him to return. Stepping into the box, Chris Huerta. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ripped down the first base line. And that is past him at first. It's a fair ball. Running hard, he's digging for second. But the feed to the second baseman is a wide one. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here. Hard to tell if it was fair or foul in real time, but you can see it flies right over the bag. Ump was all over it and made a great call.
Francisco Lindor is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Pitch popped up. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. And there's 1 away. Here's Will Myers trying to make it a 2-0 ball game by bringing home that runner from third. And a fastball just a bit up.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
3-0 to him now. Huerta takes his lead at third with 1 away. Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1. And he fouls this one off. Now the 3-2 pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
The next 3-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Digging in to try it again. Ozzie Albies, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Fouled off. Comes set with the 0-1. Breaking ball stays high.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Men on third with 2 down. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's...
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Now batting, Drew Robinson, as we begin the top of the 4th. Popped him up. There to look it in is Simmons, 1 away. Into the box now, David Carmona comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball. Figuring out and finding that release point.
Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. Harper recovers, but the throw is not in time. Carmona is aboard after the strikeout. Digging in the switch hitter, Richard Rios. He singled his last time up. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 pitch on the way. And that one just missed outside.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
3-1. And there he goes towards second. Strike taken. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Hit on the ground to short. Backhanded on to first, and there were 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Luis Torrens. A base hit in his first trip. And oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent. Beware.
And that's high and off the plate, 2-1.
Good time to be a 9-hole hitter right now. More than likely going to get a good hit. The top of the order is looming.
This ball's down, and that could bring in a run. In to score, the runner from second. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jorge Velasquez. Lifted the other way to left center. Pyle giving chase, and that's the 3rd out. Digging in and looking for more, Chris Huerta. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. No balls and a strike to count. A 1 pitch on its way. Curveball stays a little high that time.
1-1.
Line drive to center field. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. With that, the Rangers get their leadoff hitter on base after the inning-opening base hit. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
The 0-2 once more. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ball and 2 strikes to the Rangers shortstop.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
And that's in there, base hit.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a...
Hold on now, that ball is down and could score a run. And the run will score from second as now it's a 3-0 game. Now to the plate, Ozzie Albies. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Albies with a 1-1 count now. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. Hit down the line at first. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon. And this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Jamie Callahan is summoned. Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. Texas. Saturday night. So digging in now, Andres Valenzuela. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Fly ball out toward left center field. Crowd on the run. He's there and records the first out. Now at the plate, Robbie Monticelli. He drove in his club's only run a night ago. And that swung on and missed for strike one. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, Matty. More, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in now, Franco. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that misses ball one. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Row, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside corner, and that's the way it should be.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Stepping in, Albert Alfonso. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. Strike one to start the at-bat. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed. Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And we have to focus on one of the best players in all of our sport. Mike Trout, center fielder. Just as fun to watch him play defense as it is to watch him hit. This guy gets after it with his hair on fire. It's like watching a middle linebacker play center field.
And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
First baseman,
First pitch on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. And that one stayed up a little high. The 1-1 home. Sent on the ground out to second. Gonzalez. Good scoop at first, saves an error. Now at the plate, Dwight Smith Jr. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order, set to go here in the third. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Smith brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Pyle is over toward the line a bit as he takes it for the first out. Stepping up now, Kendrick Ferreira. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race. And that pitch catches the inside corner. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Nope.
2-0.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Curveball locks him up, strike three, and that's the third out. Leading off the inning, Andres Valenzuela, and they'll need him to get something going here. Called strike at the letters, 0-1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
1-1 the count now. Seared down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Cheney has to come in a few steps, but he has it for out number one. Into the box, Robbie Monticelli. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
The 1-0 is taken, strike one. Franco makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is digging in. Albert Alfonso, he flew out in his last at-bat.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
1-1 the count. The 1-1 is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. The 2-0 on the way. A shot down the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
The 2-2. Drilled to the left side. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. Tyler White will bat next.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And that's in there for strike one. Hernandez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. The next 0-2. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
Well, that's just a case, D'Aro. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of fouls hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout. So that's a nice piece of hitting.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. And Ben, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Here now the 2-2. And this one's in the dirt. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. So now 2 men in scoring position. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. And he will beat the tag, safe at the plate. So coming to the plate, Kendrick Ferreira. First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Looking at his career totals, Ferreira is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch is made by Trout. Here comes the runner from third. In to score, the runner from third. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. First time up, he went down looking.
This has been a rough inning for him on the mound, but now after that sac fly, he's got to reset. No one on base, so just get 2 more outs and let your teammates try to pick you up with the bats.
There's one. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Andres Valenzuela. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error. Coming to the plate now, Robbie Monticelli is hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Trout patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. First pitch on its way. Down the it's off the third base bag, and that's through for a hit. He takes the turn and heads for second.
Hey, hit me too.
And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often. He's set. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one without a doubt is gone. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. In now, Tyler White. He singled his last time up.
The first baseman, Tyler White.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though. And he missed with it here, so now it's a full count, 3-2. The next 3-2. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Wow, a 9-out save. That's 3 full innings.
The pitching staff is pressed to step up their game.
folks just finishing up. Into the box now, Robbie Monticelli. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that.
With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Giro, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matt, this lineup finds themselves down 2 runs. Nothing crazy. Everyone relax. Stay within the game plan. Find a way to execute and get 1 run on the board and get back in this.
1 ball and 2. Gets him looking, strike 3. So striding in, Franco. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike. Fouled away.
Might have been cheating for another fit. A little bit out in front.
Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called. So here's the cleanup hitter, Albert Alfonso. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second. 0-1 the count. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And let's take a look at Andrelton Simmons. You can argue this is the best defender in all the sport. Range, first step, quickness, whatever you want to throw out there, this is one of the best in the game.
Hernandez is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost art. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt down for a knock, putting him up, putting him down, getting down the first base line, definitely sets the tone for the team.
And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
You know, Dero, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
There's a drive out toward the alley in right center.
Relay, hit me, relay.
1 run scores. Here's a second runner around third. Now the relay home. And he's in there safely as we're now tied after a pair of runs score on the play.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Rosa leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Hit back up the middle. Simmons dives. What a stop. Got him. Striding in, Luis Velez. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Hey, that's just a great pitch right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, right under the knee. It's interesting. I was a low ball hitter, so you could take the strike zone and go to the ground with it. I can live with that being called a...
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Stepping into the box, Robbie Monticelli. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the third inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. Standing in now, Franco. Good look at a fastball too high for ball one. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Up top, it's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses. Albert Alfonso waits on deck, and that's low, ball 4. Now at the plate, Albert Alfonso. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Low for ball 1. A ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1, and it's fouled away.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go to.
On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Simmons on to first, and they get them both. Next to bat for Toronto, Teoscar Hernandez. And that's taken for strike 1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. To 1-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a ball hit in the air. Cheney sprinting after it, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Tyler White will bat next. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Mario Rosa waits on deck, and a good comeback there. It's 3-1. The 3-1. Here's Simmons at short, reined in, and a good throw gets him. 1 gone. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Mario Rosa. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Swing and a liner. That's in. Another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Here's Starlin Castro as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Hard hit ball to second. A bare hand for 1. On to first, and it's another double play. Stepping in for the Jays, Luis Velez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And they start him out away with a cold strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Robbie Monticelli. He singled his last time up. A ball and no strikes.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
2-0 now. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. 3-0 now. And a fastball misses there, ball 4. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dwight Smith Jr. comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. No balls and a strike to count. Monticelli, base runner at first with 1 out. Hits sharply toward third, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Cut. Hold. You'll only see about 10 of these pitches a year. The changeup on a tee in the middle of the plate, but tip your hat to the batter right there. He did not come unglued, stayed within himself, and drove it for a base hit.
Franco is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. The 1-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Pyle moves over. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as they've come back to tie things at 5. And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, Albert. And he fouls this one off. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Just getting blown away so far. No reason to throw anything else to speed up his bat. Just stay right there.
Here's another 0-2. Fouled off. Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. And it's 1-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
No problem here, 1 away. At the plate, Tyler White. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Throw in time at first for out number 2. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball stays a little high that time. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Well, he's had a good game at the plate so far, 2 for 2, but I don't think you want to work around him if you're on the mound. Pitch him smart, but you certainly don't want to give him too much credit.
Starlin Castro would be next.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Another full count pitch home. He turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that Emilio Pagan gets the call.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad.
time for baseball. So coming to the plate, Walker Kramer. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And here's a fastball called for strike one. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5.
Close one here. Both of the first 2 games decided by 1 run.
You know, Dero, when you get in these series like this, when 1 run means so much, you like to be able to be the team to score first. But both these games have been very close, and it's going to boil down to who gets the big hits in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I really believe this offense really needs their cleanup hitter to find his form. He had only 2 home runs last month, which is not good for a guy that hits in the middle of the order. They're going to need a lot more production, a lot more power from him moving forward. They expect it, and so do I.
Toward the gap in right center, this is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. Throw into second, and he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires. So striding forward now, Chance Sisco. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. 1-0 count. Here it is. And a breaking ball stays outside.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
That's ball
3-1.
Count is 3-1.
And that is in there at the letters to run it full. Hit out towards second. Gonzalez comes up with it. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Marco Hernandez. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
And a curveball that time that broke too low. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Trout giving chase. And that ends the inning. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Brett Shepard. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Hit down the third base line. But this will get foul for strike 2. And he got... He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The 1-1. Fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Up next for the Rays, Walker Kramer. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ball 1.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Woodrow Ishikawa would be next. And this one misses inside. A ball he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Has a look, now the pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, This guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Pitch is taken, but he rings him up. That's the third out, and it puts it to the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Pat Valaika. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. That's the first 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Pat Valaika becomes the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
Trout is there now, and he has it, 2 gone. Standing in, Chance Sisco comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. The 1-1 makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Chance Sisco. The 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trout has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Marco Hernandez steps in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The 0-2 delivery. Count remains at 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Ready with another 0-2. Another slow breaking ball that misses down low.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
Third baseman,
so next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Ernesto Flores. He flew his last at bat. Gonzalez trying to get there, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the 2nd out. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Hey, he's close to having another quick inning right there with 2 quick outs. He's been very economical with his pitches, and if he continues to go like this, the bullpen might get a day off.
And that's on the outside corner, 1-2.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed, that fastball is going to blow right by you.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Stepping in now, Larry Morales. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. 1-1. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Popped him up. Gonzalez is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Walker Kramer. A bouncer to the left side.
Walker Kramer.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Settling in now, Woodrow Ishikawa. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here's Simmons at short. And quickly there are 2 away. That'll bring in the versatile Pat Valaika. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Missed with a breaking ball. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And Trout will make the catch, and that ends the inning. So they go. And here's the former prize Dodger prospect Willie Calhoun. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
2-0 now.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
3 balls and a strike to Willie Calhoun. And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
At the plate, Chance Sisco. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Calhoun on at first, nobody out. High and deep to left center field. May racing back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. At the plate, Marco Hernandez. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far so good.
And he is in there. Stepping in, Ernesto Flores. First delivery to him on the way. No balls and 1 strike. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Good curveball that time in the low 80s, 0-2.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
And another foul ball. The next 0-2. Swing and a line drive into left field, a base hit. Coming in to score is the runner from third, and they've pushed it to 2 here in the 7th.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a big RBI late in the game here. They take a 2-0 lead, D-Row. The way the pitching's been for them tonight, they're sitting in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, Dan, they've gotten great pitching all game long, and all that extra run can do is give you...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Kyle Crick is on to pitch out of...
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
4-0 to score tonight. The Tampa Bay Rays used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Jose De Leon earns his 8th victory of the season. Smokey pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game.